not only on the crotch of a tree that looked as if it would burst, under every leaf, into a brood of scarlet figs, if someone suddenly sneezed. When I read the poem for the first time many years ago, many decades ago, I found it difficult to comprehend, to interpret these lines. I have to admit that these lines are not easy to interpret, but we shall try. We shall make an attempt. We shall begin with the last line of the poem. If someone suddenly sneezed. If someone suddenly sneezed. To sneeze can be a slang, a euphemism for touching the genitals. I understand that in some parts of Tamil Nadu, there is a Tamil euphemism, there is a Tamil slang in which someone uses the word sneeze when he wants to say touch the genitals. So we can interpret the last line to mean if someone suddenly touched the genitals. Not only on the crotch of a tree. The point that the poet is trying to make is that the woman is constantly looking for avenues to satisfy her sexual desire. And this is not only on the crotch of a tree. Crotch is that part of the body, of the female body, of the male body, where one leg joins the other leg. It is used as a slang for genitalia. It is used as a euphemism for genitalia. Not only on the crotch of a tree, it is not only on trees that the woman looks for opportunities to satisfy her sexual desire. At present, she looks for opportunities to satisfy her libido not only on the crotch of a tree. And what about the tree? What kind of tree is it? That looked as if it would burst under every leaf into a brood of scarlet figs. Scarlet is bright red. Fig is a fruit which symbolizes fertility. Brood is a group of young birds, group of children. Here it means a group of figs, group of fruits that looked as if it would burst under every leaf into a brood of scarlet figs. I think that the most appropriate interpretation, it's a highly subjective matter. This is what I feel. The best possible interpretation would be that the woman has a strong libido and is always looking for opportunities to satisfy that libido. And she looks for opportunities not only on the crotch of the tree. She looks for them elsewhere as well. And what does the tree stand for? The tree is such a tree that if you suddenly sneeze, if someone suddenly sneezes, figs are produced. A brood of scarlet figs appears under every leaf of the tree. We can say that the lines mean that the woman is interested in satisfying her sexual hungers, not only within the confines of marriage, not only within the confines of circumstances in which children are produced, not only within the confines of family life. I think that these are rather difficult lines, but the best possible interpretation would be this. The color scarlet is significant. It is the color of the figs. Scarlet is bright red, brilliant red, but in the past, scarlet woman meant an immoral woman, a woman who has sex with numerous men. And you have Nathaniel Hawthorne's masterpiece, The Scarlet Letter. The scarlet letter in the novel is, of course, the capital letter A, symbolizing adultery. Let us try to take a close look at the stylistic component of the poem. I have already discussed the title of the poem in some detail and tried to establish that the poem has a very appropriate, a very effective title. I think I've spoken about the symbolism of the swing and also observed that the cousin is a rather dangerous figure. I have repeatedly referred to the French proverb, which you may pronounce as you like, but which, though I'm not very sure of it, the Frenchman pronounces something like cousiné, danger you, voicine. The cousin is dangerous neighborhood. The cousin is dangerous territory. This is because the cousin provides temptation, opportunity, and cover all rolled into one. Looking for a cousin on a swing is a free verse poem. As in the case of any Ramanujan poem, it consists of 23 lines organized in stanzas, but the stanzas are of varying length. The opening stanza is the longest stanza, consisting of 10 lines, and you have the last stanza, which consists only of one line. You have also the penultimate stanza consisting of 4 lines, and the second stanza consisting of 2 lines. The lines are on the whole rather short, but there is remarkable play with linear length. You have very short lines, lines which are just 2 words long, and also relatively longer lines, such as lines which are 6 words long. I think the last line of the first stanza is 6 words long. I am sure that the poet has very carefully arranged, meticulously arranged the linear pattern and the stanzaic pattern of the poem. The poem under discussion makes use of figures of speech such as assonance and alliteration. I shall give some examples. 4 or 5, 6 or 7, full of leaves. Someone suddenly sneezed. It would not be unreasonable to claim that looking for a cousin on a swing is an archetypal free verse poem from the technical point of view. Of course, the poem abandons the metered line. The poem refuses to make use of the rhyme scheme. The poem is divided into stanzas, but the stanzas are of extremely differing lengths. There is a stanza 10 lines long. There are stanzas 4 lines long. There are stanzas 2 lines long. And the last stanza is just 1 line long. Hence, from the stylistic point of view, it can be said that Looking for a Cousin on a Swing by A.K. Ramanujan is a quintessential free verse poem. The poem possesses a dazzling exterior. The poem is noteworthy for its perfect craftsmanship. Every word is justified, every word is justifiable, every punctuation mark is justifiable. There is no doubt that Looking for a Cousin on a Swing by A.K. Ramanujan is a masterpiece.